Leslie will always take his pants off when he's drunk. Burke will always trash everything. It's just what they do. It is their nature. You cannot change the nature of a man, and you can't lock them away because public indecency and small-scale property damage are not punishable by incarceration. The only way for Leslie to stop flashing his genitals to bypassers and for Burke to stop dismantling signage and rear-view mirrors would be for them to stop drinking alcohol, which, in their 40s or 50s, it's hard to tell because of their distorted features, is a medical improbability on par with you ceasing to produce the expression.
Linces cósmicos, estamos de vuelta. Continuamos nada más. ¿No se los podía mantener lejos de las calles?
You would think that, but you're wrong. Where's the fun in exposing your genitals or breaking stuff in your own home? No, Leslie and Burke are on the corner of Main Street and Perdition, because that's where the action is. Can you keep yourself off the streets?
Proceder.
Threatening fines, dragging them to the station, locking them up in the hellholes they live in, locking them up in the station, hypnotherapy, even trying to get the local gang of Zemyaki to take them out. The Zemyaki gave them ethanol, so Burke and Leslie would expose and rampage even harder. You tried it all, and still the complaints wouldn't stop, as they hadn't stopped for 10 years. It's plain to see from the files that you, Satellite Officer JV, and Special Consultant TH had more important cases to attend to. You uncover cross-reference to several ongoing investigations, each brought to a standstill every time you drive down Main Street. Because there they are, on the corner of Perdition. And what is Leslie doing?
Indecencia pública.
Good, you're learning. If the files are to be trusted, that's all there is to it. That and Burke breaking things, and the fact that they're both drunk. But then again, so are you. The case becomes considerably less comic one day when Burke takes a swing at your ledger. He must have it confused with the property he likes to damage. But the joke's on him. You're drunk out of your mind on potent Pilsner. You slam the hardened plastic board in his face. Then you proceed to beat him unconscious with it. In the process, the ledger sustains damage. The compartment within, reserved for permeable documents, is jammed shut. You stop your assault on the now unconscious Burke to open it, but are unable to do so. The officer began to cry, reports Leslie, who, at this point, is tending to Burke. He came at us, and at us. I think he was trying to kill Burko. While trying to kill Burko, you slowly come around. The permeables compartment is open. You've smashed it open on poor Burko's kneecaps. The good news is, Burke can't walk anymore.
Ooh.
Can't get out of his apartment, an invalid. With Burke to tend to, Leslie cuts back on the indecent exposure. Maybe he flashes his genitals to Burke, who knows, but both drunks are off the
O sea,
street.
prácticamente le partimos nuestro portapapeles en la cara y en las rodillas a unos ebrios. Se arregló, pero no de la mejor manera.
Which is also why the officer responsible narrowly escapes a disciplinary hearing.
Puedo hacerlo más tarde.
Do you want to read another one?
Lo vamos a seguir leyendo, pero vamos a seguir más tarde.
Not much has changed in the meanwhile. A bunch of sodden papers still sags from the clipboard.
Ahorita. Guardar el portapapeles.
Lonesome, long way home. Here we go.
Allá vamos. Tu hogar te espera. Cruza la comisaría 41 y atraviesa el mercado.
Past the Boogie Street spearhead to the other side of the lake, the frozen eye at the center of the district. Then past the video rental store on the corner. There, at the end of a street lined with pine trees, a small house no larger than a matchbox. 11 Voyager Road. You no longer live there. Those times are gone. And so are those people. Why did you come here? Why are you still here? And where's the dealer? You have to get back to work. That's all you have now.
Ok. Bueno, ya se desarrolló esa idea y ahora se está desarrollando esta. Ok. Y ahora vamos rápido, antes de continuar con el cadáver y lo demás, con los del sindicato. Ojalá no se nos hayan ido. Ay, carajo, creo que sí. ¿O será hasta mañana? ¿O solo hasta las 4? A lo mejor sí se nos fue, si no mañana hablamos con ellos aquí. Porque creo que había leído que era a las 16 a las 4.
Hello again, sweetie.
No lo sé, no lo sé. Bueno, vámonos.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite.
¿Qué es esto?
It's nothing. Someone just left some roofing material slanted against an old shack.
¿Puedo pasar por acá? No, no puedo.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material.
¿Qué se supone que hago mirando esto?
Because it's nice and orderly, well-laid pallets, rhythmic pattern, calms your mind. Mammals like this stuff. No, there's more to this. You get this strange feeling.
¿Qué sensación?
Hard to say. It's gone now. Feelings pass, you see. Especially the small ones.
Bueno, después se desbloquea. Bueno, vamos a reintentarlo una vez más. Y si no, pues ya, valió gorro. Porque siento que esa cosa la podemos mover y ahí podemos acceder a algo.
An inconspicuous pile of the roof because it's nice and orderly. Rhythmic pattern. No. Hard to... It's nothing. Someone.
Bueno, vámonos. No se pudo. Ahora sí vamos a ver lo del cuerpo.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell.
A ver, soltate la nariz sin vomitar.
It does now. The ammonia only makes it worse. The combination forces tears out of your ducts. You manage to keep it in once. The second time, not so much. When the vomiting is done, your cheeks are wet with tears.
El amoníaco no ha ayudado nada.
Nor does the wind right now.
The weight is reassuring, like a crenel on solid fortification. Pat, pat, pat.
I've seen strong men turn themselves inside out for hours. You are facing tough odds here. Alcohol withdrawal makes it considerably harder.
Si he sido policía toda mi vida, ¿por qué no puedo soportarlo?
I've seen captains puke their guts out. It never gets easier. You never get used to the smell. Every Monday is cadaver day.
Vomitar,
Throw up,
investigar.
Throw
Vomitar.
up, initial autopsy. Throw up, baguette. Then drive to the station. Maybe throw up on the way there if you didn't bag the thing tight enough.
Tú pareces estar bien.
I think I've lost my sense of smell.
A white lie.
Not being hungover helps too.
Esto es una porquería, no quiero seguir haciendo esto. No quiero ser policía.
Okay, you've said it. You needed to say it. And now that you have, You need to get your shit together.
Pero ya estoy manteniendo el tipo.
No, it's not, officer.
Bueno, vale.
We should go talk to the locals. Find something else to do while the wind changes. It's pretty bad right now.
Okay.
You've gained a thought. When this dialogue is over, go to your thought cabinet and internalize it for special bonuses and effects.
Give it half an hour. Get yourself together. Then come back and have another go.
Ok. Ok, tenemos otra idea. Hola, a ver. Ajá. Es este, ¿no? Ok, ya lo estamos interiorizando. Este ya está. Ok. Ok, esperemos una media hora.
Fuck does Kuno care?
He hablado con la jardinera. Me ha dicho que no te haga caso.
Pig, do you have any idea how fucking stupid that sounds? Kuno's cruising his bitch on the town, and the bitch comes back griefing to the Kuno. What is up with that?
Get the fuck out of here, fat ass! Those pants are too small for you.
Kuno, quiero volver a hablar del cadáver.
The fuck about it?
No, otra
You're
cosa.
testing.
Get lost,
Tengo más preguntas sobre la escena del crimen.
Yeah? The kingdom of Kuno? The fuck
La
do you
ropa-
want with it?
La ropa del cadáver estaba en el contenedor de basura. ¿Sabes cómo acabó ahí?
Yeah, Kuno doesn't know shit about that. That shit is beneath Kuno.
Necesito saberlo. Podría ser una pista para la investigación. Puede que alguien haya manipulado la escena del crimen.
Listen. Kuno doesn't care about this small time shit. Just listen. Kuno saw what you did there, dumpster diving. Sad shit. Kuno could hook you up with some sweet rags. Shit like Kuno's wearing. Your size, good price. 500 real.
Muy bien, picaré. ¿Qué tienen de bueno sus pantalones?
Pig, these are found modulars. Liquid fit, performance crotch, urban survival shit. Made in Mirova by scientists. Pants scientists. Believe it, you need this shit.
These could drastically improve your chances of survival in the urban wilderness. They will also make you into an idiot.
Oye, espera. Te he preguntado por su ropa. Seguro que la has visto por ahí tirada.
Look, Kuno ain't seen shit lying around. Except for that up there. Now you want performance gear or not, Grandpa?
The lieutenant remains silent, but his expression couldn't say, "I told you so," any louder.
Me podrían interesar los pantalones. Ya hablaremos más tarde.
Alright, Pico. Shit's rolling.
Don't do business with the pig, Kuno. He's gonna steal all your money, Kuno.
As you can see, Kuno and C don't trust you. Can't do business without trust.
There's more to his distrust than being a pig. He feels threatened by something obscure in you. What that is, however, remains a puzzle for now.
También había una taza en la basura.
The fuck? A mug in the trash? Is this about the fucking clothes again?
Sí, ¿sabes si esta taza pintoresca, taza que mejor no haber sacado de su contexto histórico, tiene algo que ver con esto?
Yeah, Kuno sees where this is going. Kuno's got that fast brain. You saying you pigs are after the mug fucker? Cause he's the clothes fucker?
I can't hear you, Kuno. Speak louder, Kuno.
Eso es exactamente lo que estoy diciendo, Kuno. Alguien ha manipulado la escena del crimen. Ha limpiado algo de ella.
Shit, that's tense. Someone's going to the beat-down basement, huh? Mug guy gonna get tied to the radiator. Kuno doesn't know who put that shit in there. And if he did, he wouldn't squeal. But if you find out, maybe you can...
Tell the Kuno who it was. He's curious. He likes putting 2 and 2 together.
Okay.
Here.
Stop turning into a pig, Kuno. They're trying to get you hooked on the snitching. Get away from my Kuno.
Yeah, get your bacon shit away. Kuno doesn't like to be seen with the popo. Get your shit done and out of Kuno's face.
Kuno, ahí detrás hay un panel de Eternita.
That's just some shit roofing gimps left behind, lazy dinks.
There it is. That strange feeling again. As if there was more than meets the eye about that pile of roofing material.
Qué raro. Sí, se lo dejaron unas putitas. Esas putitas no serían zurdas.
The fuck are you talking about? Kuno doesn't know what handed gimps they were.
Trying to get you to talk gimp, Kuno. Don't talk.
Eso dices, pero yo vi más allá del velo.
The fucking well. The fuck are you talking about? Ask me a normal question, pig.
They're trying to make you feel stupid.
You glance again at the roofing material in front of the shack. Yes, you should go back there.
Ok. Puede que luego tenga algunas preguntas que hacerte. Por ahora, hablemos de otra cosa.
Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit.
Vale, me voy.
Kuno doesn't...
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite.
¿Qué se supone que hago mirando esto?
Because it's nice and orderly, well-laid pallets, it reveals no secrets at this time.
Qué raro, la volví a fallar.
I'll die before I squeal, pig.
Peque.
What's this kid shit? Fucking mind game.
Get the fuck out of her face. You... Fuck does Kuno care?
Kuno, no dejo de vomitar y no soy capaz de inspeccionar el cadáver.
Yeah, like a fucking volcano.
You're lucky you didn't die there.
¿Tienes algún consejo?
Yeah. Kuno's got some advice for you. What are you? Like 80?
Perhaps you could compress. That's right. Turn your weaknesses into conceptual strengths. Try it again now.
Kuno...
Mm, Ah, sí es cierto, el portapapeles. Pero antes de eso... Ok, ya ahí va esta cosa. Y...
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board, with the permeables drawer inside. It's barely held together by it. The two sides of the board appear slightly misaligned, like a drawer that's come off its slides. If you bend the plastic on your knee, slowly, the slides snap back into place. It should be possible to just, you know...
Un momento, no sé por qué, pero no quiero hacerlo. No, abrir el compartimiento.
Without resistance or sound, the two panels move against each other. The compartment is now open.
¿Qué hay dentro?
2 ticket stubs and a handmade postcard.
Tomar los resguardos.
2 octopuses are smiling, reaching their tentacles toward each other in the colored pencil drawings. The tickets permit access to the zoo in Revachol East. The aquarium costs extra. These let you go there, too.
Tomar la postal.
Thin wax paper has been glued to a piece of cardboard. Sounds like leaves rustling when you pick it up. You see violet flowers, floral patterns, patches of glue.
¿Olerla?
It smells of chewing gum, apricot flavored, a touch of cinnamon, the end of summer. You think the label says tutti frutti.
Abrirla.
Familiar handwriting lines the inside of the card, looped, round letters, in a woman's hand. A young woman in her 20s. There is care, effort, and a smile, you think. Although that is not something you can read from someone's handwriting. Harry, it begins. You're already reading. I wanted to write you a letter so you can read it when you wake up. Maybe it will make you happy. Throw it away, please.
Seguir leyendo.
Your hand shakes, holding the card. Every morning when I step out and you're asleep behind me, it says, I find a little piece of sadness in me. I carry it in my chest, down Voyager Road. Every step I take, it grows. By the time I reach the fuel station, it has filled me entirely. I step onto the light rail and look back. Sparks fall from the bow collector. I know it will be like this until late afternoon, when I get off the 42 and walk back to you.
Seguir leyendo.
You. Every step I take will get lighter. It almost makes me run. Sometimes I do. I can't believe I met you. I can't believe the happiness I feel with you. You have a vast, vast soul, and I will always,
Me voy a tener que esperar, voy al baño rápido.
always come back to it.
Listo, he vuelto. Vamos para allá. Seguir leyendo.
Kisses, kisses, kisses. You feel the air sucked out of your lungs and the blood sucked out of your head. Everything around you gets dark. Small white dots appear. Sparks fall like snow from the bow collector. A streetcar distancing. You feel the ledger slip from your hand.
¿Y ahora? Comenzar.
There is nothing. Again.
¿Nada?
Nothing sad, brother. No treachery. Just blackout.
Quedarte ahí desmayado.
Well, almost nothing. There is the ground below you. That's still there. And the small light that's on, fluttering, somewhere in the basal ganglia.
¿Quién es ese?
That's me. Blue eyes, that's me.
¿Y lo otro quién era?
Who was what?
He speaks of the sickening longing, the unwell emotion. Even in the darkness, he's grasping for it.
No,
Still
estaba...
trying to hold on to the great sorrows slipping in the water.
No,
Slimy.
estaba bien, estoy bien.
The cool when you're dead, brother.
Here in the paleo-mammalian cortex, we call it the shadow. Because it's always there.
¿Dónde está el camino del viajero?
There is no Voyager Road. There are no roads, no houses, no lights in the windows. It's all on pause.
Era lo de Exalgo, el...
Bloated corpse of the past resurfacing.
Sí, eso.
Don't prod at it. It will start moving again.
También había algo de una caternaria.
Yeah, man. What was that about?
Basta, quedarte tendido, quieto.
You think they would let you? Until you disintegrate into biomolecules? No. Someone is breathing on your face now, inspecting your pupils, stupid idiot.
¿Qué es eso? Está frío.
Yes, they're pouring something on you. It's in you. And
It's delicious. Glowing lights on a dashboard emerge out of nothingness. In the upholstered cabin of Lieutenant Kitsuragi's motor carriage, seated in the driver's basket, the air is thick with leatherworks and heavy fuel oil. Cold water runs down your chin.
Drink. Water.
Beber.
The water is cold, silvery, the stuff of life itself as it pours down your parched throat. The pounding in your head recedes. The darkness parts.
Drink. You haven't drunk water in 2 days. Did you know the human body is not made to survive on alcohol alone? You need a secondary form of hydration.
Beber.
With greedy gulps, you down half a liter of cold water. Some of it spills on the driver's seat. The lieutenant pays no heed to it.
What happened?
Eso mismo iba a preguntarte yo.
You were reading your paperwork. Then you passed out. I carried you to my kinema to take you to a hospital. Then you came to.
¿Cuánto llevo inconsciente?
10 minutes, maybe.
Entré en contacto con las ruinas carbonizadas del pasado, teniente.
That does sometimes happen.
He replies with such understanding, it's as if the burnt-out ruins of the past were an occupational hazard. Athlete's foot for cops.
You dropped these. Are you okay to proceed?
Resolvamos este caso.
Good.
The Ledger of Failure and Hatred is a special item that can be used both as an interactable and a tool equipped in your held slot for skill bonuses. Find it under the Tools tab in your
Volumetric ship compressor. Bizarre scientific news from Revachol West today, where a police officer's shit has been observed at a pressure of around 495 gigadecimals. These metallic hydrogen levels of shit togetherness were thought to exist only at the center of collapsing stars, not law officials. It remains to be seen how long the shit singularity lasts.
El luto blanco. Supongo que debe tener ventajas. Bueno, voy a esperar que se termine de hacer esta ventaja y ver si se desbloquea automáticamente. Si no, yo lo desbloquearé de aquí. No me digas que ya no... creo que ya no terminé de leer los otros casos. Híjole, chavales, no sé si repetir esto porque... A ver, creo que sí. Creo que sí puedo. Abrir el compartimiento oculto. Cerrar el compartimiento.
Ever so slightly, difficult to breathe once you've done so. The drawer is locked. Blue ink drips from the white pages in your hand.
Hojear los papeles amarillos.
In the back, you see thin, translucent copy paper. Some neon yellow, some bright red, all covered in boxes, like marching armies. These look like official forms, waiting to be filled out. Then rip them from the binder and hand them out, according to type of form.
¿Qué tipos de formularios hay?
3. The topmost are misconduct fines. The middle ones are station calls. And the bottommost are field autopsy forms. Each is easy enough to make sense of. You don't have to be an intellectual giant to do police work.
Autopsia de campo.
A dozen pages of thin copy paper, bright red in color. You see the parameters of a deceased human form waiting to be filled in. Age, sex, condition of internal organs.
Citación a comisaría.
These are quite sinister in turn. They give a date and time for the person to appear at the specified precinct police station. Below the call are the criminal charges you risk by
si no te personas. Multa por mala conducta.
A monetary penalization ranging from 20 to 250 real. Severe cases allow for 1,000 real, but that requires special paperwork. The details of issuing these fines are spread out over the rest of the fields, but they appear pleasantly vague.
Es suficiente.
Yes, all that remains now is to fill those forms and hand them to people. Fines for wrongdoers, interview requests for
sé que puede esto parecer cansado, pero así es este tipo de juego. Y si se dan cuenta al estar leyendo este portapapeles, aparte que nos da experiencia, nos está dando más herramientas.
The rest of the stinking cellulose is much worse for wear. Being sandwiched between the board and the rest of the paperwork must have spared the fragile copier paper.
Leer un archivo de caso.
It takes about half an hour to piece one together, using the system you've devised. Which one do you want?
Los asesinatos del agujero de bala cuadrado.
It would be very interesting to read about these, wouldn't it? I mean, there seems to be a square-shaped entry wound in the victim's forehead. She's been sitting there for weeks, on her rocking chair, with a square hole in her skull, staring at the wall, her mouth agape.
Pero...
That's all you got. From the half hour you spent piecing it together, all you know is the entry wound was square-shaped. You never found the bullet. And then another body showed up, also with a square hole in his forehead.
¿Un asesino en serie?
Who knows? Those pages are missing. What next? Don't worry. One day.
Y sí sonaba interesante.
One day you may still catch the man with the square gun.
El sofá en un sitio inesperado.
Some assholes brought their couch outside and hung out on it. In the middle of the street, on the roof, on the hillside by the motorway. You know, at an unexpected location. They were young, and they thought they looked cool on it.
De hecho, era una buena forma de parecer mensos.
Insufferable dicks. Young people are the worst. So anyway, you got a complaint about the damn sofa. or couch, or whatever it is. They were leaving it out in all these unexpected and whimsical locations. They took it to where they also took photos of themselves on it, and smoked cigarettes and drank coffee because they felt it's intellectual. Cigarette butts, coffee cups, stupid couch. You had to clean it all up, and you did. So congratulations to you. Case solved.
¿Llegué a atraparlos?
No, you didn't have time for that. These notes show that you have what is called a real goddamn job. You don't have time to be chasing down the couch assholes.
Pues solo por un caso creo que sí los ha resuelto los demás. El asesino del salón de Narquil.
Murder. Tum tum tum. At the hookah parlor was a case originally assigned to an officer called Joseph Mills, who is now dead, of circumstances completely unconnected to murder at the hookah parlor.
Espera, ¿cómo?
Beaten to death by a throng of Villalobos gang members when him and his partner J.M., only initials mentioned, answered a call one night. It's a sad story, and it isn't really represented in your case files. Stop stalling and get to the murder at the hookah parlor.
Bien, sigamos con el asesinato.
Joseph Mills was on this case that he just couldn't solve. Was doing it solo. Said it was a real nutcracker, a real brain twister. Was on it for, like, a month. The captain got impatient. Shit or get off the pot, Mills. Mills didn't get off the pot. Not yet. He kept at it for a couple of weeks more, racking his brains, running with every theory, as outlandish as they seemed. Still couldn't solve the murder at the hookah parlor. Tough case, he said. Toughest he's ever had.
Espera, ¿era Joseph Mills un buen policía?
No, he was awful. Awful sense of humor, too. The worst jokes you've ever heard. Really rapey. Still, he'd been on it for months now. Said it was the final case. Said it was uncrackable. That murderer vanished into thin air. That goddamn hookah parlor was all he talked about.
Seguir.
Okay, so the case is handed to you because Mills isn't getting anywhere, and you look into it. Here's setup. Young man is found dead in a hookah parlor. You know, those places where you go and smoke bubblegum-flavored vapor all day.
Mola un montón.
Yeah, really lame. So anyway, young man in his 20s found with his skull busted open, right on the floor of the hookah parlor, in the middle of the day. No one else is in there. Only client that day. In perfect health, too. Some kind of movie producer. No one enters. No one exits. He's just sucking on his watermelon hookah all morning, all noon, like he usually does. He's a regular. No calls, nothing. Just sucking on the hookah until 15:45. Then bam, he's dead on the floor with his skull busted open. Blood everywhere. What happened? How can it be? Mills has no idea. Invisible assassin. Movie deal gone sour. Girl at the counter did it. Nothing fits. Eerie. Man just dropped dead. So you go to the parlor. You see cushions around the table. Tables low, heavy, really sharp edge.
Chupó el narguile, se levantó, se desmayó, se golpeó con la cabeza contra la mesa y murió.
See? You can't even read the thing without solving it. Yeah, it was that. Turns out hookah does do something. It turns off your brain's oxygen supply, and you don't notice it until you get up to go to the bathroom.
Como lo que le pasó al detective. Debió chupar. ¿Y qué estuvo haciendo allí durante 6 horas?
Smoking hookah. Didn't you hear? I don't know. Trying to come up with a movie script, maybe. Anyway, that was murder at the hookah parlor. Joseph Mills wasn't a good detective, and about 30 minutes has passed piecing it together. Next.
Guardar los archivos. Ok, ya limos todo.
Not much has changed in the meanwhile. A bunch of sodden paper, arson, petty theft, spousal. You don't exactly.
Bueno, creo que ya usamos todo esto. Perfecto. Y nos lo podemos equipar. Qué chido. Se ve medio extraño, pero si funciona, funciona.
Rigorous self-critique. Here it is. Hard facts from the man you are. You once jerked off in the locker room and were caught. You held a young woman by the arm and kept her in your apartment for 20 minutes against her will. That's right. These are not flights of fancy. These are real deeds, Harry, emerging from the darkness of your past. You tried shooting a fleeing suspect in the foot, but hit him in the pelvis, crippling him for life. And, above all, you let life defeat you. All the gifts your parents gave you, all the love and patience of your friends, you drowned in a neurotoxin. You let misery win, and it will keep on winning till you die, or overcome it.
Oh, genial. Y podemos aumentar, a ver. No, se tiene que desbloquear, así que vamos a desbloquear. A ver, antes de hacer una tontería, vamos a guardar partida. Listo. Y ahora sí. Desbloquear. Ok, y vamos a poner aquí. Esperen. Okay. Ah, no me sale la conclusión, que es lo que te da. Nada más que te quita. A ver, el luto blanco, vamos a poner, ¿sí? Ah, bueno, ya se puso solo. Vamos a ver de qué va. Y el otro, no sé si se puede hacer al mismo tiempo, pero ¿valdrá la pena? Siento que le baja mucho. Bueno, así vamos a dejarlo por ahora. Y traemos nuestro exacto. Esta cosa de cosas policiales. ¿Ya se habrá ido Kuno? ¿No? ¿Sigue ahí? Bueno, vamos a intentar bajar este cadáver.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eye. Ha ha ha! Again, the corpse laughs at you, pus dripping from its mouth. Every time it
¿Otra vez a
happens, it
vomitar?
gets worse and worse. There's nothing more to throw up now. All that's left is crying and convulsing dryly at the same
Rayos.
time.
He fallado otra vez.
The lieutenant is clearly at a loss.
¿Qué hago ahora?
Officer, you just need to be stronger. Learn to keep it in long enough for us.
You can open this white check again by going to your character sheet and spending a skill point to upgrade your endurance. Gain use.
Relax. It's okay if you don't make it today. The bloated corpse isn't going anywhere.
Ok. Pues en teoría ya vamos mejorando, pero aún nos cuesta trabajo.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material eaten.
Cheney está bloqueado. ¿Qué hacer? ¿Qué hacer? ¿Qué hacer? ¿Qué hacer? Bueno, vamos a mantenernos como están saliendo las cosas. También no vamos a forzar cargar y guardar y cargar partida. Déjame ver qué podemos hacer. Digo, también podemos aquí subirle puntos directamente. Por ejemplo, aquí está subiendo algunas cosas. De hecho, la resistencia no está tan mal, pero no quiero gastar puntos individual en esto. Prefiero gastar puntos en lo de las ideas. Las cuales son estas. Prefiero gastar en estas. La verdad se ve que nos dan más, pues. Ok. Vamos a hacer lo de las luces.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Ya casi tenemos a las 21 horas, es decir, a las 9 le podemos preguntar cosas a Kim. Mientras hay que aprovechar. Kim, ¿cómo enciendo los faros?
Ready? I turn, you press start. It's next to the preheater.
He's downplaying his excitement. The lieutenant is more than happy to show off his precious carriage.
Pulsar el botón,
The
arrancar motor.
dashboard lights up with orange glow. The rounds per minute gauge jumps, and the engine of the Caprice Canadian. The lights
Faros.
unfold with a little click, casting electrical light onto the ground before the vehicle.
There you go. I'll turn them off from the remote once you're done. We just need to stand in...
Ok. A ver, vamos a ver eso.
As you hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp, an iridescent hologram appears. A street grid and the veins of a great river.
There she is. Revachol West.
Around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no, hundreds of micro-perforations.
Mirar la reluciente
The
red de
rectangular
calles.
watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCM, and yet the major arteries of Revachol are all recognizable. They shimmer in
Espera.
the claimer's headlights.
Mira a
You
tu
catch a
alrededor.
faint glimmer from a broken beer bottle in the distance. Sounds. Two men engaged in a drunken argument, followed by the closing of some distant window.
Ah, Martinez at night.
¿Dónde
Let
estamos?
me see. Right here.
Parece agradable.
It does not.
Mirar
There
las
are many of
perforaciones.
them, and they are divided into 3 separate rows.
Contar las
The
diferentes
first
filas.
row has 18 dots.
¿Y la
The
siguiente?
next is the longest. It runs all the way around the border, and then some.
Contarlas
You
individualmente.
count 216 perforations. Considering that nice, large number, a wave of pride washes over you. Though you can't say
¿Y la,
why
ul-
precisely.
y la
The
última?
last row has 3 perforations.
¿Solo 3?
That's it.
Oye, Kim, ¿qué significa todos estos agujeritos?
Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They are your statistics, as it were. I should have guessed you'd keep a record. Officers often do. Let's take a look.
Alpha male officers who are proud of their numbers often do. It's meant.
The first row represents your years of service. 18 years. Okay, not bad at all.
Órale.
What did you do before you volunteered?
18 años ya llevo ya en
That's
esto.
what it says. I might have guessed even longer based on your age. What did you do all those blissful years of your youth?
Tengo la sensación de que iba por ahí disculpándome por
Maybe you
todo.
were a diplomat, or in PR. Doesn't matter, I suppose. Let's move on, shall we? This next row, the one that wraps all the way around, is your number of closed cases. Closed is good. It means finished. Wow, more than 200.
¿Eso es mucho?
It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM officers.
¿Me está diciendo que era un
Call
super
it
poli?
what you want. You were a valuable member of your precinct. Now, let's look at the last row. Right. Those are your confirmed kills. You've got precisely 3 perforations there.
Así que soy un
For
asesino.
an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is in the Jamrock Quarter, it's rather tame. I mean that in a good way. There are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. If they do happen to solve a case, it's usually by accident. But it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones. So we have that
Eso
to be
espero.
thankful for.
¿Alguna vez has matado a alguien, Kim?
Yes.
It's not a problem for him to state it, however.
¿Cómo lidias con el
Everyone
estrés?
has their own method of coping. Some more effective or self-destructive than others. Personally, I find it helps to keep up a few hobbies. Oh,
¿Como
this
cuáles?
and that. Let's not get into it now.
Debería buscarme un
Why not
pasatiempo.
gardening? You've already got the gloves.
It's meant in earnest. Please don't mistake it for a jab.
No, claro que no. Gracias por la
The
explicación.
lieutenant nods.
Está bien, vámonos.
Right. I'll go turn off the lights.
You can now see your statistics on your journal page, to the right of the task description.
Vamos rápido con el gate. La verdad no me acuerdo muy... Gale, Garte, no sé. Ah, miren, ya hay más gente.
Can I help you?
No. Garte, me he percatado de otra cosilla en el
Another
Whirly.
thing. Great. I love those.
Ah, no, otra cosa.
Yes.
Adiós. Según yo le tenía que dar... No, tenía que preguntarle algo a él. A ver. Hazte con una cita que contenga un clima tristón, ok. Ah, a las 22, ok. Ok, tengo que preguntarle esto. No, si es con este cuate.
Can I help you?
Te devuelvo las llaves del contenedor.
Thanks. I hope you found what you were looking for.
Encontré la ropa de la víctima.
How strange. I certainly didn't put them there.
¿Podría haberla tirado alguno de tus empleados?
Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my staff. None of us would tamper with the crime scene.
Quizás no recuerdes haberla tirado. A lo mejor estaba sonámbulo o en un estado de fuga
I
disociativa.
think fugue states are more your forte, officer.
Ah, me conoce el Garte. ¿Quién más tiene las llaves del contenedor?
The trash collection service, CS Municipal. I don't see why they would put anything in the trash, though.
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. This will have to be one of those little threats that solves itself. Thank you anyway.
Gracias, hablemos de otra cosa. Sobre el dinero que te debo.
Have you got it?
¿Cuánto dices que te debo?
A lot. For the room, drinks, and broken window, 130. Like
Mejor
what?
hablemos de otra cosa.
I was really enjoying talking about the money you owe me.
Necesito... Es que eso no me gustaría. Pero no sé si es bueno o no preguntarle. A ver, necesito un trago. ¿Me pones
Do I
uno?
have a shaker in my hand? Is this a shaker?
He sounds irritated, and it's not a shaker. It's nothing. He's holding nothing.
Pareces molesto. ¿Por qué? Yo solo quiero un
Am
trago.
I wearing a little bow tie? Am I wearing a bow tie and doing this? Am I smiling? Do you see me smiling and shaking my little shaker? No. Do you know why?
¿Porque no eres el camarero?
That's right. I'm the cafeteria manager. I'm glad we cleared that. Is there anything else?
Play it calm. This man needs to understand you need a drink to help the community deal with police stuff.
Pues vale, entonces necesito otra cosa. Es que podríamos darle alcohol, pero ya quiero que no tome este cuate. Pues vale, entonces necesito otra
Like
cosa.
what?
Adiós.
Can I help you?
Bueno, adiós. Como ven, siempre traigo la bolsa en la mano, aunque se ve bien extraño ahora, pero según el portapapeles le ayuda, entonces se lo vamos a dejar. Pero se ve bien extraño con una bolsa y un portapapeles.
The worker is in a deep slumber.
Parece que no se puede entrevistar más a la gente.
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod, acknowledging your presence.
¿Sabe qué hay tras la puerta?
He looks up at you, then looks away quickly. Shrugging is an international sign for, no, I don't know what's behind that door.
Creo que no necesito nada más. Siga así, machote. Y bueno, ya va a terminar nuestro video. Pues bueno, voy a salir a ver qué más puedo encontrar afuera. Bueno, también voy a leer mi... A ver, vamos a leer nuestro inventario. Ok. Las tareas. Ok, sí, de hecho del lado derecho dice nombre desconocido, rango desconocido, pero ahí aparecen algunos atributos que tenemos: Superestrella 3, Apocalíptico, Arrepentido 8, Soso 1, Comunista 3, Fascista 0, como tiene que ser, Ultraliberal 1, Moralista 1, Polibueno malo 3, Honor 0, Bajas 3, Casos cerrados 216, Años en activo 18. Pues bueno, me iré a comer y ya continuaré después. Sí, estoy viendo qué más puedo hacer antes de irme. Digo, ya es un poco noche aquí. Oh, otro pasadizo.
This is a wall on the side of an apartment building.
¿Por qué estoy mirando este muro?
You have no clue. It's
Ok. Aquí está la niña.
Are you trying to sneak up on me?
logic error. She is not sleeping.
Pig's come to take me out. Trying to snuff me out.
¿Acaso estás durmiendo ahora mismo?
Clever with me, pig. You think you're so clever.
Bueno, chicos, hasta aquí lo dejamos con estos niños y con mi compañero Kim. Continuaremos en un rato. Bueno, para mí será en un rato porque iré a comer. Ustedes será con un clic. Cuídense mucho. Espero que tengan un excelente día. Ya saben, si no los veo, buenos días, buenas tardes, buenas noches. Un abrazo. Tomen agua. Y son importantes, aunque sea para mí, en la distancia. Cuídense.